Hey guys, my name is DJ. I'm a professional voice actor.
You're talking big game. Now's the time to back it up. It's time to switch to EarthBreeze at earthbreeze.com. Man, that sandwich looks lonely, and that's sad.
This is Chevron, leading at scale in shale and tight. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a video that I recorded when I first got started in voiceover. And the reason why is because I know it's the new year. I know a lot of people are making the resolutions about what they want to do, and many of you are going to talk about you want to get started in voiceover, or this is going to be your year. You book your first job, or you finally get that microphone and start recording something, or get coaching, whatever your path is. Believe it or not, I used to make videos, like update videos for myself, really. I thought I would share one of the videos with you today. First thing, I gotta apologize for the audio quality in the video. I hope it contextualizes what I've been talking about in all of the videos on my channel about how to improve, how to, become a good actor, how to break down scripts, how to find yourself, how to be yourself. I started exactly where a lot of you guys are. Everybody's journey is different, but there are consistencies across all the journeys. I also was green. I also made mistakes. I also felt that excitement of your first booking, and I hope it comes through in the video. Let this be kind of a motivational thing for you. The path that I took probably won't be the path that you'll take, but hard work pays off, guys. I'm living proof of this. My colleagues are living proof of this. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Hey guys, it's DJ. It's day 13 of Zero to Hero with voiceover, where I am starting from scratch, from the bottom of the bottom, and hoping to build a very successful voiceover business / career. I've received a lot of comments on my YouTube channel about my voice, and people were like, "Oh, you have such a great voice. You sound like Obama. You look like Obama." And it was like, "Oh, this is all, flattering." I never really thought about anything related to voiceover until I was trying to tune my mic. So this microphone here, this Junkie $30 microphone here, I could not figure out how to use this thing. Like, let me tell you how bad it was. The thing is, I was talking to the back of the microphone. Like, I didn't realize that the diaphragm, I didn't even know what that was. I just knew that people in my comment section were like, "Hey, you need to upgrade your audio." I wanted that podcast sound, I really wanted that rich vocal sound that I see a lot of YouTubers, especially who teach like tutorials, have. And so I just went ahead and bought a condenser microphone because it was recommended in one of their videos. I had zero knowledge about audio, so I jumped on YouTube and started watching tutorials about how to use Adobe Audition. As I was looking for the content, a Bill DeWeese video came out, and he was talking about getting rid of sibilants. I have a big problem with sibilants. And I was like, who is this guy? He starts talking about his career and, how much money he's made and his financial independence. And I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, when he mentioned financial independence and being able to work from home and he started in a closet, just like this, that inspired me, and it was like one of those things where that's a thing. Like, people get paid to, for lack of a better word, talk. I know I'm oversimplifying, guys. Please don't jump down my throat. But it never crossed my mind. So I told my wife about it. I was like, "Hey, do you think I have a nice voice?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course you have a nice voice. I love your voice." And I was like, "What do you think about me doing like voiceover?" And she had never even thought about, she didn't get the concept. She was like doing like cartoon characters or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe like audiobooks or maybe digital courses or something. And she was like, And she kind of like sat there and thought about it. I just told her what Bill DeWeese was talking about. And also, I think it's a Gift of Gabby, I think is her name. She's another voiceover artist. I can't recall. I think it's Anthony. His YouTube channel is, I think, a voiceover journey. But basically, I watched quite a few people, and I told her about what they were saying about how voiceover it's a legit career. And in some people's cases, financial independence, being able to make more than you were making at your previous job. And so she was like, "Well, let's try it." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, let's see what you can do." So what I did was I recorded this really terrible demo. I'll play it for you. Introducing Weequilibrium, the productivity app that provides you with a custom diversified routine that equally considers your need for both work and leisure. Download it for free at weequilibrium.com today. And so I recorded this demo, and it was terrible. Now that I'm listening to it, it was terrible. This was day 2, and I posted it on a Fiverr. I made an account. It was a terrible description. Everything, all the SEO was terrible. Dude, I kid you not. Within an hour of posting that, somebody placed an order for that gig. Now looking back, I realized that she really didn't know what she was looking for, and I recorded her voiceover. Actually, the voiceover is for her boss. It was an affirmation video. I watched it had to be like 10 or 12 Adobe Audition videos to try to perfect that recording because I felt pressure suddenly. Like I didn't expect to get anybody to buy the gig, especially not an hour after posting it. And somebody bought it. And so I felt this wave of pressure and responsibility. Like, oh my God, this person is expecting something from me. So yeah, it's not bad audio. The read is terrible. And I'll play those.
I am grateful to be living in the largest mansion along the canals in Amsterdam, with 5 large floors, a huge garden, a pool, and a beautiful boat in front of my door.
I sent her the audio, and she wanted me to put music on it as well, so I put the music on it. The only thing she asked for as a revision was to turn the music up. I even went so far as to provide her 5 different revision revised files. And so I went into Audition. I just increased the gain of the music in increments from 1 all the way up to I think it was like 4 plus 4, and sent her all 5 of them because I didn't know how much she wasn't specific on how much she wanted the music increased. So I just on the err on the side of caution, and also maybe provide some great customer service. So I did that, and she said her boss loves it, and she was happy, and she left a 5-star review. That was cool as hell, man. I told my dad literally when I ran into the living room and my wife and my daughter were playing, and I was like, babe, I made money on Fiverr. And it was cool. On the one hand, it made me realize people are buying voiceovers on Fiverr. And granted, that was a fluke. Let's just all admit that was a fluke. It's not going to happen again. And if it does, I'll provide a better product from the beginning. Building a Fiverr account is very similar to building a YouTube channel in that you have all of the tools you need in order to, I don't want to say rank, because I don't know if ranking works like that on Fiverr, but to be seen. And so I really have been putting a lot of hours into split testing descriptions, split testing titles, split testing demos, and seeing what works best. Since that gig, I've only received 1 more gig. It was for a voicemail, very short, and my audio sucked on that one. And I misspelled a word. I misspoke a word. The gig asked for American English. I'm American. I speak American English. But when I was reading his voicemail message, I said, please leave your name, your number, and the details of your inquiry after the tone.
You've reached the office of Dr. Murray Screen. Please leave your name, number, and a detailed message regarding the nature of your inquiry, and your call will be returned as soon as possible.
I don't know why I said inquiry. I know it's inquiry, but I said inquiry. For the revision, it was he sent me a YouTube video with the U.S. pronunciation of inquiry. And he also was like, yo, I asked for American English. This is British English. It was a $10 gig. And he left me a 5-star review. So I was thankful for that. I gave him his revision. But listening back on that audio, my sibilance was terrible. It was horrendous, actually, ear piercing. And so what I'm really thinking about doing is getting back on that script and re-recording his voicemail and sending it back to him as a new file and be like, hey, I know you didn't ask for this, but I've learned some things. And that file I sent you before, I listened back and it was not good. So here's the new file, free of charge. I just feel bad for sending you a poor product. And I think that will make me feel better. Even if he doesn't use it, it'll make me feel better. That's it for, how I got started. It's day 13. I got 2 scripts that I want to record that I just pulled, and I want to practice my delivery. This is my 0 to hero voiceover journey. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I hope that you stay along for the ride, and maybe if you're doing voiceover as well, you continue your journey and maybe leave me some updates in the comment section as well. Okay? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.